Craig, maybe just a thought on what you want out of your group without Morgan Riley tonight?
Yeah, for sure. It's a loss for the team. Him not being there tonight, so a couple new deal go in tonight. Myers and Benoit will go in, and they're going to have to really do a good job as a six-man unit out there tonight.
You talked a lot about Morgan Riley and his value to the group. I guess just hopefully getting him back and what you need out of him more of.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if he probably won't be back here before the break, but the break will obviously, I think, will do him a lot of good. Getting a reset here and getting back and healthy and fresh going forward here.
Do you expect him back after the break?
He's still being evaluated, so I can't answer that question right now.
What is the injury?
Upper body.
How did that happen? Do you know, what was the play that happened?
No, it was in game. I know that he went left the bench and went behind and came back and tried it again, but nothing he could do. But this has kind of been a little bit lingering with him for a bit, that we haven't mentioned. It's been going on for a bit, this issue, and it's obviously gotten worse.
Do you think it affected his play before that?
Well, I think anytime you have some sort of lingering injury, I'm not even calling it an injury because he was playing, but it affects your play for sure. I don't think, that was a big reason why that his play, but listen, I know we talk about his play a lot, but I think if you look at our team's play during that stretch where we weren't doing very well, he's just part of it.
What does Calgary do well?
Work extremely hard, good rush team. They get up the ice really well with seems like four guys all the time in the play, but you're definitely going to get a team that's going to compete and work here tonight. They've had that MO for a while.
You talked about some of the positives you liked in the third period against Vancouver. What are the parts that you'd like to take from that and use early on?
Well, just the pace we played the game in all three zones. Looking at the tape, and we did it pretty much all game, but I thought the third was the best. Killing plays in D zone and just getting up the ice quickly from that and through the neutral zone, playing with pace and quickness. Our forward check was extremely effective because we played with pace and we got on top of them. And we had tons of zone time in the offensive zone. But the pace for me and how we played, that's the key.
What's the challenge with managing the ice time of your team? Sometimes you look after the game, Cave's minutes or OEL's minutes.
Last game we're down to 5, right? Yeah. So that got a little high. So with Benny and Myers coming in tonight, it can be more staggered a little bit here tonight, I think. And we got back-to-back games, so we got to take in consideration that too.
Sure, you saw last night's goalie fight.
Yeah.
A few goalie fights lately.
Yeah.
Would you advise your goalie to fight where you stand on goalies?
I don't know. Why are they fighting? Why aren't the players fighting? That's the way I look at it. I don't get it, to be honest with you. But I understand kind of that one last night. He was upset about the poke at the end, and so he took it in his own hands, which I've seen that before with goalies. And then obviously Vasi was upset about the game being the score and everything what went on. So I think he wanted to try to get involved. But hey, listen, it's part of the game. I don't really have a stand on it either way. Again, they're just trying to get their team going, and the juices are flowing, But I think I'd rather my goalies not fight as much as I can control that. Guy pokes your goalie, one of the players should be doing something about it.
Can I just ask you about this building? You've got lots of memories in this building.
Yeah.
There's 1 year left. What sticks out when you come in this building? You think of a certain moment or time in your life?
I remember my first game in this building and playing against the old Flames, and it was right before they won the cup, and how the team was built. That was a big, heavy team to play against. I'll tell you that. I had a tough time in here. Felt like I couldn't breathe out there with the elevation and things like that. It was just a tough place to come in and play. Obviously the championship they won here, and I was fortunate to play with a lot of those guys. for a few years. So it was I had a great memories of being here. I love Calgary. I think it's a great spot to be playing in the NHL.
There's a little bit of sadness that
Yeah,
iconic building
there's
like
always
this.
is, but it's time. That's what happens. It's time. You gotta get the new rink going. So it'll be great for the city and the team.
How did you decide Joseph tonight and Anthony tomorrow? What went into that decision?
I just coming off last game. I think Joseph. I thought he was solid in the game. I know he didn't have a ton of work. Like he had shots, but I just liked the way he played the game, and he made some big saves, obviously, and down the stretch, and then OT had to make a couple saves I talked about there. So I just like putting him back in there. He's got a little momentum. I think he's feeling good about his game.